We're here at the HSBC Arena in Buffalo, New York. I'm Jim Houston. In the booth with me for the Eastern Conference semifinal is Craig Simpson. Up next, a potential series-ending Game 6 between the Buffalo Sabres and the Ottawa Senators. Buffalo will be a desperate hockey team tonight. They're facing elimination and haven't played with a whole lot of emotion in the series.
Now that they know it's not over yet, if they can win one here at home, you never know what can happen.
Here's a look at tonight's referee. He's only been around a couple of seasons, but he really does a nice job.
But Jimmy doesn't seem to let you get away with too much hitting. He's gained a reputation of being strict with the checking. So keep those checks clean and the elbows down if I were playing.
He gets hit by Chara.
Now that was big time.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Over. Right in front. Viron got a leg on it. Brings it out. It's played up by Hesht. Center, tremendous save! Redden gets called for hooking. Buffalo is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Over the line. Fisher, wrist shot, blocked. Played up. Brings it out. In over the line. Run over. A devastating hit. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Biron denies him. Brings it out. Over the line. He scores, and we have our first goal of the game.
They really utilized the extra room on the ice with that goal. Good power play effort all around.
Ottawa can't afford to let this team get the drop on them.
Not this early in the game. If the defense can't hold them off, it's going to be a long one.
Quick pass up, brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Delayed call. In front. Weeks. Tallender is going to the box for roughing.
Hockey's a physical sport, but you need to stay in control or you'll end up in the box.
Ottawa will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Quick puck movement. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up. Smolinski has been nailed for hooking. You can see that the coach isn't very happy about this call at all. The faceoff goes to Ottawa. Brings it out. Over the line. Blocked. Crushed.
I could feel that one from here.
Into the attacking zone. In front. Hasek freezes the puck. Lindy Ruff had immediate success when he took on the job as Buffalo's head coach, Craig.
Jim Ruff became only the third head coach under today's Stanley Cup playoff format to lead his team to the conference finals in each of his first two seasons.
Fisher won the draw. In over the line. Laid out.
A great job of stepping up.
Out of their defensive end.
Turned him inside out there.
Shove. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line.
Hit. Excellent physical play.
Shove. Tallender comes out of the box as his penalty expires, meaning his team's now on the power play. Brings it out. Smolinski has served his penalty, and that puts his team back on even footing. Into the attacking zone. Patrick shoves him. Bonza rips a shot. Leg save. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Tallender rubbed off the puck.
It's getting pretty intense down there.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Hest. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. In over the line. Over. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. In front. He gets laid out by Gilson. Played back. Simpson. Delayed penalty coming up for Buffalo. Briere will serve time for hooking. Ottawa will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Smolinski. Pass back. Shoots it hard. Shot blocked by Langfeld. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Roy. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. One-timer. Saved by Biron. He hangs on to the puck. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Senators win that draw. Chara grabbed it. Pad save. Biron covers up for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Smolinski. Zhitnik pushes him. Out of their defensive end. He gets checked by Redden.
That's showing authority.
In over the line. In front. Scramble. Centering pass. One time. Zhitnik stops the shot. Rings it out. Buffalo's making a change. Into the attacking zone. Saved by Biron. Checked.
That was a big league body check.
Goes behind his net. He gets worked over by Langfeld. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hit.
A smackdown.
Over the line. Ottawa is now 0 for 2 on the power play. In over the line.
Hit. There's some physical play.
Volchenkov into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Great contact.
Quick pass up. Over the blue line. He gets shoved. Over the line. Schaefer. He misses. Up along the boards. Checked.
That shook him up. Hit. Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Briere corrals the puck. In over the line. Big hit.
That'll keep him honest.
Shoots it hard. Saved by Hasek. He freezes the puck. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Smolinski. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets taken out by Volchenkov.
Great timing and great power.
Over the blue line. Hossa! Shot is blocked by Volchenkov. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. Scramble for the puck. Stoned by Hasek. He hangs on. The action's about to start. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. He gets pushed by Van Allen. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved over, right in front. Checked.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Over the line. In front. Patrick fires it. Hasek covers up. getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Senators. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. The ref indicates a delayed call. Hossa is going off for hooking. Buffalo has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. And the faceoff is won by Fisher. Shove.
Talk about a headache.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. One times it. Hasek makes the tremendous save. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Fisher. Brings it out. Over the line. Thrashed.
It's getting rough out there.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Drury. Over. Fisher. He gets roughed up by Campbell.
Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Over the blue line. Rocked.
That looked like trouble.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hit.
You can hear that one up here.
Brings it out. Coast to coast. A shot from the slot by Shatan. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Laid out.
That was a throwdown.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Advances the puck. Over the line. Pushed off the puck. Fisher grabbed it out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Checked.
These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
Buffalo couldn't strike with a man advantage. Now they're 1 for 3 in the game. Right in front. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes.
Ooh, thunderous hit. Over the blue line. Wrist shot. Hit. Brings it out. In over the line. Heck gets muscled off the puck. Drury moves it ahead. Passed ahead. Round the back. Shoots the puck. Hasek stoned him. He covers up. Here in the first period, Buffalo leads by 1 goal. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Smolinski wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the line. In front. Saved by Biron. Out of their defensive end. Played over by Tallender. Drury shoots the puck. Blocked. Smolinski brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's played over by Hesht. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by DeVries. Short pass. Brings it out. And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0.
Please check your local paper for dates and time.
It was a hard-fought first period. Now the teams are coming back to the ice for round 2. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Smolinski. Over the blue line. Mowed down. Shoots the puck. Turned away. Passed over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hecht shoots the puck. Hasek got a leg on it. Across. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Gilson. In. He scores, and we're tied at 1.
Now let's take a look at that one on the replay, Jim. Look at how well he executes the wrister to find the back of the net. What a beauty!
Buffalo has a fight on their hands.
It's tough when a goalie lets one in early. Now he's got the rest of the period to think about it. How did he pull that off?
Over the line. He gets hit by Hossa. Center, right in front. Glove save by Hasek. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In front. Biron, close the door. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Quick puck movement. Kicked. Cranks one. Saved by Hasek. Checked. Right in front. Brings it out. Buffalo makes a line change. In front. Biron hangs on for the whistle. We're ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Leveled. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Played across. Fires! Scores!
The goalie had no chance on that one, Jim. Take a look at how he unloaded that wrist shot. Nice goal.
Early in the second, down by a goal. What now?
Well, you grind it out, Jim. Finish your checks, get some bodies in front of the net, and look for rebounds.
Moved ahead by Volchenkov. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In front. Hasek reached out for the puck. And he covers up for the face-off. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in this butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
The face-off goes to Ottawa. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Laid out. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Into the attacking zone. Biron freezes the puck. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. The face-off goes to Buffalo. Brings it out. Over the line. Drury gets knocked over. He got dropped. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Zhitnik hits him.
He lined him up and lowered the boom.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Right in front. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the line. Run over. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Rocked. Circles the net. Centering pass by Greer. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets worked over by Fitzpatrick. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Volchenkov. Out of their defensive end. At center. In over the line. Turned aside by Hasek. Quick pass up. Buffalo's making a change. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. Played across by DeVries. Shove. Centered. Brings it out. Played over the blue line. He gets knocked over.
Send him right to the ice.
Moved across. Over the line. He gets hit by Zhitnik.
Great hustle.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Briere. Mowed down.
You've got to keep your head up.
Into the attacking zone. In front. Shoots the puck. Biron covers up for the whistle. Ottawa is putting on a clinic. They're skating hard, and it's really put them out front in this game.
They've got exceptional talent. They're beating their checks one-on-one, and it's creating chances.
And the faceoff is won by Drury. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Knocked over.
He got laid out.
Out of their defensive end. Knocked him off the puck. Over the line. Leveled. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
Made the defense look bad on that move.
Hasek makes the glove save. He hangs on to the puck. The Senators are a great penalty-killing team.
And I'll tell you why, Jim. They're always in great position. You can't break down their box. They're extremely disciplined, and they keep everything to the outside.
Face-off won by Smolinski. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bondra gets checked. Rink-wide pass. In over the line. Delayed penalty coming up for Ottawa. Hossa will get the gate for hooking. You can see the coach isn't crazy about that call at all, so he's going to have a word with the official. Buffalo has the one power play goal so far, and now they'll get another shot here. And the faceoff is won by Fisher. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Thrashed.
Man, that was a jarring hit.
Into the attacking zone. In front. A shot from the slot by Zhitnik. Hasek freezes the puck. There's a look at Ottawa's new coach, who takes over a team with the burden of expectation. He's expected to win the Stanley Cup. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Fisher won the draw. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Flattened.
That was a devastating blow.
In over the line. Hecht. Right in front. Hasek made the save. He hangs on.
Jim, there's been a lot of extra activity after the whistle, and you can see the refs are trying to get control and break things up.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Senators. He gets pushed by Drury. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Checked. Fisher. One-timer from the right. We've reached the midway mark of the penalty, and they haven't been able to generate a whole lot of anything with a man advantage.
Jim, it looks like they're trying to make the perfect play out there. All they need to do is keep firing the puck on goal, and good.
Ooh, quick shot. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Scores!
Let go of the wrist shot, and it paid off handsomely with that goal.
That's right. You don't always have to wind up with a big slapper to get it past the keeper. This certainly puts them in a good position heading to the third.
If this two-goal cushion holds up, they'll really be able to control the game.
Taken out.
He got worked over on that one.
Brings it out. In over the line. Cranked him. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Run over. Taken out. Brings it out. Hossa sends this game back to 5-on-5 now that he's left the box. Hasek made the save. Over the line. Bumped by Zhitnik. A lateral pass. Biron closes the door. Brings it out. End to end. Rubbed off the puck by Simpson. Circling the net. Played back. Across. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Rocked. Pull. Shoots. Great save by Biron. Brings it out. In over the line. Tallender gets hit.
He took a solid check there.
Lecision will go to the box for hooking. It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call, and he's having a word with the official. Buffalo has enjoyed limited success on the power play in this one.
Well, Jim, they do have 1 goal on 4 chances. Now let's see if they can add another one to that total.
Brings it out. Passed over by Zhitnik. Into the attacking zone. A lateral pass. Drury grips one. Stick save by Hasek. He covers up. There's a look at Ottawa's new coach who takes over a team that is already one of the best in the league. The action's about to start. Fisher wins the faceoff. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Chara gets pushed. Right in front. Turned aside by Biron. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Played across with a one-timer.
It'd be tough to track that one down.
Played over, brings it out. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Zhitnik now has the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. He gets pushed.
That's how you stand a guy up.
And there's the horn to end the second. 3-1's the score as we head to the break.
A new record. Thank you for your generosity.
The third period is about to begin. They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Ottawa. It's moved back by Fisher. Over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Buffalo couldn't convert on that power play. They're 1 for 5 in the game. And out they come with a puck. In over the line. Knocked down. Moved ahead. And out they come with a puck. It's played over by Campbell. Shoots it hard. Hasek made the save. Passed across. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets checked by Bondra.
He got his man on that hit.
Brings it out. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out. Chara brings it out. Over the line. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. In over the line. Hammer kick. Scores top shelf.
This is what's so great about the wrist shot. It's not as fast as a slap shot, but it's quicker to get off and way more accurate.
Down to a single goal. Can they hang on to this lead?
That's the kind of thinking that gets players gripping their sticks. Now, it's a mental game.
Over the blue line. He gets checked by Drury. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Rocked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's passed over by Simpson. Right in front. Biron hangs on for the whistle. No goals yet for this guy, but he was instrumental in getting at least 1 point on the board.
Well, you do what you can. If you can't be the star, you can still help out your teammates.
The puck is about to be dropped. Drury won the draw. Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Over the blue line. Brings it out. Over the line. Cranked him. Into the attacking zone. Bondra gets shoved.
He's a bit stunned after that one.
Brings it out. Buffalo puts its checking line out. Shoved. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Leveled. Brings it out. In over the line. Crushed. Hossa Over the line. Mowed down.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Biron makes the pad save. It's moved over by Kristek. Sent flying. Turned over in the neutral zone. Into the attacking zone. He gets worked over by Smolinski. Quick puck movement in front. Denied by Hasek. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Cranked him. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Buffalo makes a line change. Moved over. In behind. Over the line. Hard one-timer by Drury. Door slammed shut by Hasek. In over the line. Crushed. Hecht out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Sent flying. One-times it. Saved by Hasek. Into the attacking zone. Campbell rocks him.
He stamped that one.
Brings it out. Over the line. Hecht rips it. Long pass. Brings it out. In over the line. Passed over by Tallender. Out of their defensive end. Buffalo puts its third line out. Long pass. Up through center. Over the blue line. Hit. Moved across. It's centered by Smolinski. The door is shut by Biron. Played up. Into the attacking zone. He gets run over by DeVries. Passed up to the neutral zone. In front. Biron hangs on for the whistle. The Senators are one of the hardest working teams in this league.
Hey, whether they're up 9 goals or down 9, they're still relentless on the puck. They never take a shift off.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove.
He couldn't avoid that one.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Hesht.
He laid the hit on him there.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. Briere. Quick shot. Checked.
You could feel the impact up here.
Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Over. Brings it out. Over center. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. Played across. Over the blue line. Hasek made the save. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Hossa. Brings it out. In over the line. Shot from the wing by Mayer. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Saved by Hasek. Brings it out. Passed across. Across. Brings it out. Over the line. Simpson. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Moved over. In over the line. Briere shoots the puck. Leg save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Gilson pushes him. Over the line. He gets rocked by Volchenkov. Shoots the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Knocked down. Brings it out. In over the line. The Sabres come in offside. How do you like this guy's shooting percentage?
It's not bad. 1 shot, 1 goal.
Let's see if he can go 2 for 2.
Why not?
An Ottawa face-off win. He gets hit by Roy. Moved across. Thrashed. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In front. Hasek gets a leg on it. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Hossa shoots. Empty netter. That goal will secure the game.
Well, it's a high-risk situation when you leave your net empty, but they had no choice down this late in the contest.
Buffalo has to come up with something huge.
And in a hurry, too.
And the faceoff is won by Smolinski. He gets checked by Drury.
That'll give him some room.
Shoots the puck. Stick save. Moved ahead. Smolinski over the line. Knocked down.
He got clocked that time.
In over the line. Right in front. Saved by Hasek. Chara will serve time for interference.
There's interference on the play, and he'll spend some time in the box.
Buffalo has one power play goal on 5 opportunities, and they're getting another chance now. Senators win the faceoff. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Cranked him. Gilson. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Quick puck movement. Bondra. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. And that ends this one. Ottawa takes the win and the series with it. From Buffalo, New York, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.
You